with Jackson Decker.
I'd like to have seen his face when he met Corporal Wayne and found himself looking at his only son.
Decker said Wayne had just left him, going after those nuggets that tie into the Bailey murder.
Decker knows where they are?
At his smelter. In a shipment of copper ore samples from Kanaska. The place is closed for the season, but Decker rang his watchman. Couldn't get him, and he's worried.
Well, I don't blame him. Bailey's murderer is also after the gold. I'd better get down there.
Do that. Decker's on his way to the smelter now.
Superintendent McDonald's office. Yes?
What?
That was the fire chief, sir. The smelter's burning and can't be saved.
Nuggets, Lace, but nobody else will either.
Too bad all that gold had to be wasted, but... Say, you two ain't holding out on me, are you?
Not this time. We had to fight a Mountie.
A Mountie?
Yeah, he got the gold in his face, but the fire got him in the pay dirt.
If he's the Mountie I think he is, we've really done ourselves a job.
I don't think I'll be around here much longer.
I know I won't. We gotta raise some money first.
We can use it. I got the place to lie low. Come on.
And so Sergeant Ledoux arrived, sir, right after Dad had me safely out in the street.
How about the nuggets you went after?
I didn't get them.
Well, that trail's lost. I'm sorry about your watchman.
Yes. Insurance will build me a new smelter, but it won't bring him back to life. I'm certain the two men I fought with were after Bailey's gold.
Ledoux on the job? They were probably working for Bailey's murderer.
Well, do you still believe the rumors someone in Kanaska is spreading about me? You shouldn't ask me that question, Dad. You know I'd never believe you a murderer. I didn't know. You left the company because you didn't approve of my business methods. Trying to buy property like Bailey's Mill at 10 cents on the dollar because somebody's forced to sell isn't my idea of making money, that's all.
That's why Kanaskas will think the worst of you, Mr. Decker.
I'm afraid your opinion of me isn't much higher. But assigning my son to this case is hardly cricket, you know.
On the contrary, Corporal Wayne protects you. He's familiar with your business, has mining experience, is a good investigator, and has your interest at heart.
Why Corporal Wayne, then, instead of Corporal Jackson Wayne Decker?
No one in Kanaska knows your son, and we don't want them to, just now.
Disapprove of my business methods all you wish. They're perfectly legal. As for you, I won't tell anyone who you really are. I may be tough, Wayne, but I fight in the open. You can always get me at my office.
And so I figured my credit was good with you. You see, I want to get away from here for a little while, and I'm short already cash.
The longer you stay away, Archer, the less it'll cost me.
You'll save money on me this time, Mr. Decker. Thanks.
Met Mr. Decker. He gave me those for you.
Did he tell you where he got them?
From the floor at the smelter.
The Bailey gold. There's our lost lead.
Thanks to an angry father. How about the men who attacked Wayne?
No lead. They saw to that by starting the fire.
How do you plan using these nuggets, Corporal Wayne?
But it all depends on Bailey's daughter.
This telegram from Sergeant Nelson in Kanaska assures me that Miss June Bailey saw him the moment she arrived and is willing to do anything to help bring her father's murderer to justice.
Thanks ever so much, Mr. Price.
You're welcome, June. Always glad to do anything for Tom Bailey's daughter.
What's the meeting about?
She didn't say and I didn't ask.
Going to it?
You know me to answer. Why go any place when everybody comes here sooner or later and talks?
Then why should I cut to the joker?
Attention, Kanaska miners. Come to the Bailey mine this afternoon and learn how you can make a better profit on your ore. Signed, June Bailey.
Seems to me I got back to Kanaska just in time for fireworks.
Maybe you did at that. All depends on the Bailey girl.
And in conclusion, my good man, I see evil surrounding you. Evil. The Decker Company. Jackson Decker. A man who might even have done murder.
Don't worry about me and Decker, ma'am. They say he knows who murdered Tom Bailey.
Good. You're safe. $5, please. Tell your friends about Madame Mysterioso. Sees all, knows all. Thank you. Hello, June.
Hello, Dilly.
Is the town well papered?
A person would have to be blind if they didn't see at least one of those posters.
Good. I've been busy, too. That was my 7th customer this morning. 7 more enemies for Jackson Decker.
Were you able to get any information from any of them?
Not much. They're mostly drifters following the gold strike. None of them seem to know much about what's going on around here.
I'll admit, Dilly, that for an amateur, you're a good palmist. But to accept money for your wild predictions, it isn't right.
I didn't charge them. They'd suspect me. Well, they're satisfied, and after all, Mr. Price is the only one who loses. They just have that much less money to squander at his place.
Yes, but someday someone is going to suspect you.
That's what I love about this. For the first time in my life, I'm taking a risk.
Well, if it does what we want.
It will. Sooner or later, somebody is going to give me the evidence we need to hang Jackson Decker for the murder of your father.
If Decker didn't do it, someone did it for him.
He's responsible for a lot of things, and none of them good. When does Corporal Wayne arrive?
Probably in time for the meeting this afternoon. He suggested it to Sergeant Nelson, but he hasn't explained his plan yet.
You know, June, sometimes I wish I really could foretell the future.
Boys, meet June Bailey. Some of you sourdoughs have prospected with old Tom, her dad, and nearly all of you knew him, so I figure you'll be glad to hear what she has to say. Go ahead, June.
You prospectors are all alike. The minute you strike pay dirt, you want as big a profit as possible. As it is now, the ore from your claims is shipped in bulk. Freight rates cut the profits in half.
They're cut more than that sometimes. Yeah, you tell her much more. Yeah.
Before the vein petered out here in Dad's mine, he installed a mill. I'm sure it's still in perfect condition. Isn't that right, Lode?
It sure is. And we can handle all the ore from this district at the usual charge per ton. And you ship concentrates to the smelter.
If they get away with this, Taggart, we'll have Decker on our necks in no time.
Don't I know it? Probably lose what we're after.
Lode helped Dad establish the mill, and he's the only one around here who can run it, so he'll naturally be in charge.
Take care of Mackenzie, kid.
Boys, this is the first break we've had since we hit Kanaska. No dead tonnage to pay freight on. I'm all for it. How about the rest of you boys?
Man to stop him from murdering one of you.
It's Jack Hanley, all right. The miners will take care of the body.
Thank you, Corporal. Corporal Wayne?
I'm June Bailey.
I want to thank you myself. I'm Lode Mackenzie. Hanley was gunning for me and June.
Well, frankly, I didn't expect action so soon. This is your reward for cooperating with me.
You'll probably find that Hanley worked for Decker. Oh, but this is no place to talk about it, is it? How about the office?
Better?
They're going inside.
I'm curious. How about you?
Go ahead. I'll meet you at the mine. Don't let them see you.
Would you mind telling us why you want us to put the mill into operation?
It might solve Mr. Bailey's murder.
Well, I don't see how.
We have no lead to the murderer, but we do have a lead to the gold strike Mr. Bailey made.
Well, in his last letter, Dad mentioned the strike. I'll read that part of it to you. And if the ore assays the yield I think, I've stumbled onto one of the richest mines in the Yukon Territory. I haven't told Lode where it is, but I'll let you both know as soon as I'm sure I'm right. Dad was murdered either so that Decker could get a hold of the mill or to prevent him from filing the claim. But what has this got to do with operating the mill?
The gold found in your father was free gold. The mines are taking out ore. You can usually identify a mine by the raw gold taken from it.
Sure, anybody that knows can. But you have to have some of the gold for comparison. I haven't any of the ore, and well, the nuggets were stolen.
I only got 2 of these back. That's all you'll need, isn't it?
And if gold like this shows up in the mill, then we'll know what mine it's from. And the owner will be Dad's murderer.
Or lead us to him.
Yes, because when you locate the mine, you'll find that it's owned by Jackson Decker. He must have known about Dad's strike.
You never can tell about murder, Miss Bailey. One of its characteristics is deceit.
Taggart down below?
Yeah, he's putting a bee on the boys to speed things up.
Drift your direction 5 degrees to the left. Then all we'll have to do is dig until we hit the tunnel I sealed off in the Bailey mine.
All right. The sooner we get to that gold you say we'll find, the better I like it.
Any luck?
That ain't the word for it. Wayne's got the Bailey girl to start her mill. He has some of her dad's gold.
Wayne has some of Bailey's nuggets?
Yeah. Plans to check them with all ore brought to the mill.
Well, he won't find gold like Bailey's. Then he's liable to think there may be some still left in the Bailey mine after all.
You'll be right, too. Only by then we'll have the pocket cleaned out.
No, it won't be that easy. Don't overlook Decker. He's gonna hit the roof when he finds out the girl's running that mill. Profits for her, no chance to buy her out.
Then the mill better never start running.
Any way we do it will keep Decker quiet. We've still got to lead Wayne away from here long enough to finish this tunnel.
Swell, if you can do it. But how are you going to kill them 2 birds with 1 stone?
That's easy.
Either the miners I talked to honestly don't know who attacked them or are too frightened to tell.
She's always the same thing. The ore she's ready to go to the mill, the raiders take it, and the miners, they do not know who do these things to them.
Somebody must know that you have Mr. Bailey's nuggets, Wayne, and doesn't want us to compare them with the ore from this region.
It looks that way, sir. And it makes me almost certain that one of the mines around here ought to prove to be Mr. Bailey's original strike.
As I've said before, when you locate it, you'll find it's owned by Jackson Decker.
First, we've got to get the ore up to the mill to compare it.
Now what?
Wayne's changed his tactics. Him and Frenchy are swearing in deputies.
Deputies, that means he's after you and your raiders, just what we want.
Not according to what one of them told me. They're riding guard on a bunch of ore wagons. Wayne's aiming to get ore to that mill.
The only road from the mining district to June Bailey's mill is through Dark Canyon. Round up all the men you can get.
Come the ore wagons now.
I'll go back and get the others ready. Let him have this one. We've got another if we need it.